Tonight is week 2 of football in Michigan. Lenawee Sports is in Madison as the Trojans look to bounce back from their 31-point loss against Royal Oak last week. LSN's football coverage starts right now, only on LSN.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
You've got a tie atop the LCAA standings.
Count that baby in a foul.
The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morency is going to the Breslin Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.
Lenawee Sports. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association proudly presents high school varsity football. Week 2 brings Onsted High to Madison, where the Wildcats look to start the season with 2 wins, something that hasn't been done in Onsted since 2015. And as always, it's all part of the season-long race to our state championship. Good evening, friends. I'm Andrew Richard, alongside Caleb Christensen. How's it going, Andrew? It's going pretty good. We're looking for some great football today. All right, and from what I saw with your little speech there, that Madison lost last week, or last game, and it wasn't really pretty for them, but I'm really looking forward to a good game tonight. It's always been close from what I heard from the Madison head coach. It's been really close in the past. Anyways, I heard that you have head coach from Madison here. I have head coach Taz Wallace. How you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So what's some of your mentality going into tonight?
Well, we need to improve from last week, so we're just focused on trying to get better. Kids had a great week of practice, so we're just focusing on tonight and trying to be the best that we can be tonight. And
what are some keys to tonight's game?
Well, we just need to execute. We need to be more efficient in all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. We must improve our execution in all of those areas.
Thank you, Coach, and have a good game.
Hey, thank you.
Keep it right here. We'll be back to talk with Onsted's head coach after this. You're watching high school varsity football only on LSN. Your home for Lenawee Sports.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive, sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers, helping student athletes develop,
while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should be positive role models and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
All right, we are back, and I am here with head coach Terry Berry. Coach, you have your first 2-0 possibility since 2015. How does that make you feel?
Well, we're excited, just excited to play. We love the game. The kids love being out here, and it's a great group of guys. And, we got one under our belt, and we're not going to take a play off here and see what happens in the end, but we're going to give it our best effort. And all right, and we saw how Madison had a less than spectacular last game. And how does that bring, a sense of confidence to your team and overall just brings their spirits up? Well, their output, up or down, they've got some great athletes, and Coach Wallace is an incredible guy and does a great job with those players. And we're not going to take anything for granted, no matter what the score is. If you look at the history of this game, it's been down to the wire. Been in some incredible games, and we're just going to, like I said, take one play at a time and, try to do our things right, and hopefully we'll come out on top. I'm looking forward to an awesome game. Thank you for taking this time to talk with me. Good luck. Hope you have a great day. All right, we're going to toss it to break here. We will be back with opening kickoff. You are watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
Welcome, everyone, to the Madison Trojans versus the Onsted Wildcats game. We are here at opening kickoff. My name is Caleb Christensen, and I am here alongside Andrew Richard. How are you doing today, Andrew?
I'm doing all right here. I'm looking forward to some good football.
All right, up to kick
was
was
the kickoff.
Number 8 from Onsted. Be Travis Hill. On the return, a long gain is number 4, Derek Allen.
Derek Allen, one of the sophomores on this team. Very little sophomores, only 2, and then only 3 sophomores and 1 freshman, and the rest are juniors and seniors.
And it looks like they about got it to the 50-yard line there. Looks like their starting quarterback. It's going to be number 7.
Max Brandt out, hands it off, and no gain on the play. That is Derek Allen, the running back, no gain. Brandt back under center, sending a man in motion, number 8. Hands it off.
Now I'm seeing a lot of even plays going on here. From looking at their records in the past before the game here, I did see that there have been some really close games, as mentioned in the pregame show. And it seems like they're very evenly matched offensively and defensively. Their lines are going at each other. There's been very little gain from the Trojans so far, but you never know. There could be a play coming right up here soon that could break the game.
Brandt back to pass, looking tipped and no good, not a catch, and that will force a 4th and 9 here for the Madison Trojans.
Now, in the last game that we watched, that there was a lot of back and forth going on. It was Britton Deerfield versus Lenawee Christian, and it was a very close game for the first 2 quarters, and then Lenawee Christian just happened to take off with the score. But there was a lot of this going on where it was just back and forth, back and forth. They weren't able to get any yards. Both defenses were evenly matched. Eventually, it... Oh, wow. Good kick back.
Great punt by number 16. He's not on my roster, but great punt. Rolls all the way back to about the 11-yard line, pitting them deep in their opponent's territory.
Do they not have a number on here? What number is it?
He's number...
Is it number 16? No, number 16, apparently.
16.
I mean, I guess... Okay. Now they're starting off in a very good defensive position, at least. The Trojans are 10-yard line.
Playing very up close. No wide receivers out.
Looks like they're trying to just push it through the line. And that did not work for them too well. They got a couple yards, but nothing huge. Looks like the ball carrier was Ryan Carney. Picks up 1 yard. Bring up 2nd and 9.
Send one wide receiver out wide.
Now, someone we were told to look out for from the Madison Trojans is going to be number 9, Hayden Van Valkenburg.
Cutting outside was number 8 for the Wildcats.
Be Travis Hill.
He cut outside with a good gain. It's a good gain, making a first down for the Wildcats.
Huh, does a cat got your tongue? I'm going to keep making puns all day. Got some cheerleaders here in the front that are just getting some nice loud cheers out here for them.
Onsted back to pass, and it's out to number 8 again, and he's off to the races, and I don't think anybody's going to catch him, and he's got a long touchdown for the Wildcats.
Wow, look at that. That was brilliant.
That's some good football. 71-yard touchdown pass and catch. It was by Travis Hill, number 8, who's made 2 good plays for the Wildcats today.
Man, that was just beautiful. Number 8 just broke through, got that catch. Didn't really think much of that play at first because you don't really see plays like that happen all that often. Usually they'll catch it but then immediately get tackled. He just took right off. There was no stopping him. The people were just chasing after him and got all the way down.
That kick is up and good. Make it 7-0.
And with the score 7-0, just now passing 9 minutes, we're going to throw it to break here. You are watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back, everyone. The Wildcats are kicking it off, and we're going to get right into it here. It'll be number 8 kicking it out for a short kick. Going down with it is number 58 for the Trojans. It'll be Corey Roach.
That was a smart play by him just to get down and not force anything and not maybe cause a fumble or a turnover like we heard earlier. They didn't want to cause
he wanted to cause a lot of turnovers, wanted to prevent a lot of turnovers.
Number 7, Max Brandt, coming back in.
Now a lot of courage is coming from the Wildcats in this game. They just came out from a win against Dearborn Heights Annapolis with a win of 43-12. That is a crazy win for them. It was a blowout. Like, I didn't get to see any of that game, but from what I heard, it was just touchdown after touchdown for them. And
Brant
sadly,
in motion, hands it off to 34, Casares, and Casares will go nowhere.
Wow, going nowhere. And the Trojans did just come off of a big loss of 31 points. I didn't get to. I didn't write down who that team was against, but
second and long, as that was a loss of 3 on the play. Second and long here for Brandt. Brandt in the shotgun formation, looking to pass. That one's intended for number 9 across the middle, Van Valkenburg, but Van Valkenburg couldn't hold on to it. He had a wide open seam in the middle of the field.
Barely loses it.
That would have been a first down and much more, getting that yardage after catch. But sadly,
looking for a catch
nothing.
just like number 8 did, Travis Hill for the Wildcats.
So that will make it 3rd and 13 with the ball on the 36-yard line with 8:20 remaining in the first quarter. Brandt back to throw. And it's a screen over to number 11, Coronado, and he's going nowhere. As one of the only seniors, one of the only 5 seniors on this Madison roster. As Coronado's going nowhere, as that will force a 4th down and 14.
Again.
Another 4th down, and they'll have to punt it away. The unknown man, number 16, have to punt it away.
I think they would at least put their punter on there. I just think they weren't expecting to punt it. Ooh.
Number 8 back to
fumbles
return.
with it for a second. Number 8, Travis Hill.
He's going to get close to midfield again, out to the 47-yard line.
Man, they just keep picking up this amazing field advantage every time.
Great field position. Both drives have started great field position for the Wildcats.
Number 11 going in for number 8, or number 1, sorry. It'll be Garrett Hunt going in for Travis Hill. Giving him a little bit of a break. Got a big play, might as well give him a chance to relax.
And Madison sniffing that one out. They had at least 5 guys on that one. Tackling number 42, Barth. Rockberth. Barth. Onsted out to a quick lead, and that's what they wanted. They want to force turnovers.
Prevent them.
Prevent them. As they're back under center. Setting a man in motion. And he's rolling out looking for someone, and he's taken down, but there's a flag on the play. It looks like it'll be a face mask.
Oh, yeah.
A face mask. That's 15 yards right there. That is not what you want, a penalty early in the game. Van Valkenburg with the tackle.
Yep, looks like it was a face mask. Actually, it looks like it was a personal foul is what I heard from the overhead speakers.
Number 1, Hunt under center. Sending a man in motion. And rolling out the pass. Pressure going. And it's caught by number 42, Barth.
Blowing
and Barth
through him.
bowling over, and a great run by Barth. Pounding out the yards.
Wow.
That's
He just blew through like 5 guys right there.
That's what you want to see. You want to see some hard gridiron out there.
Almost gets the first down. Oh, and it looks like it will be a first down.
He churned out that first down. It took a lot, but he got it. It's ball on the 47-yard line inside Madison territory. Ball on the 42-yard line, excuse me. Hunt under center again. Sending a man in motion. Hands that one off to Barth again.
Ooh,
Barth
hands it off to a big guy. Pushes it through.
Barth with another good run. Some solid runs early. Opening. That's what they want. They want to control the line. They're controlling the line, open up holes, and getting some nice, easy runs that they could easily move down the field and possibly blow this game open early.
Oh, yeah, and the guy that they handed it to was Marcus Reinhardt.
Is Barth.
Barth? Rourke Bark? All right, we are going to throw it to break here. We will be right back. You are watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire, but you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
All right, we are back, and I don't know if you guys caught that play, but it brought up a first down, a big pass to the right side. Brings up first down, and man, they are just getting big play after big play here in Trojans' homeland.
Offense set. Hunt under center now. Setting a man in motion. Hunt hands it off to number 2, Seal. Jaron Seal. Jaron Seal, former broadcaster here on LSN.
It was one of the first I heard.
So
props
to him.
If you guys weren't able to catch the Facebook Live as this was going on, our manager, or whatever her title is.
Hybreeder.
Yeah, Kelly Hybreeder got a hold of Jared Seal and was able to talk to him for a little bit. Got some insight on his experiences here with us at LSN.
Under center. Set. Sending Seal in motion. Fake handoff, and it's Hunt out to the outside, trying to cut outside, and he's got a good gain there as their run game continues to do pretty good. Is that fourth, but it's not enough. It's 3rd down and 2 now. 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats.
And man, it looks like they are almost in goal range. About less than, maybe, I think less than 15 yards until they can get their second touchdown of the night. And we aren't even done with the first quarter yet.
We're now in the red zone here, as they call it.
Yeah,
20-yard line.
red zone. That's the name of it. Sorry, I'm not a big football junkie. I just like talking. Got a couple laughs from people around me with that one.
I understand, and he got it. He looks like he's finally getting taken down after a few moments, and that was number 45, Reinhardt.
I think that's why you're doing play-by-plays, because you actually know what's going on, and it's kind of like, oh, that guy ran out to the right.
Some subs going in for the Wildcats. It looks like they send some guys out. Number 20, Conrad, out of the game, along with another man, number 6, Carney. Hunt under center again. Man in motion. Hands that one off to Reinhardt. Reinhardt just churning and grinding some yards, and it looks like they got it. Touchdown, Wildcats. Make it, wow. Making that one 13-0 with 5:05 remaining in the first quarter.
That is crazy. They just keep giving it to these big guys. Like, if I looked at it, Reinhardt's stats here, he's only 5'7", and he is 200 pounds. So he's low blow, big and hard. Just blowing right through their defensive line there.
Snap, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. As that makes it 14-0.
All right, and with the score 14-0, and we are almost at the 5-minute mark, we're going to throw it to break here. You are watching high school varsity football only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun.
Oh, go for cake!
Cakes for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes, and it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, everyone, to the high school Trojans versus the Wildcats game. Back to number 4. Already bringing it back. Ow, that looks like it hurt, and there's a flag on the play.
Allen returns that one out to about the 35-yard line. Flag on the play, like he said. And it looks like it might be a block in the back. Block in the back on Madison, as that will take them back
to
about the 25-yard line.
Ouch.
Have you ever noticed that Onsted already at 14-0, and they're getting good starting field position, and Madison has not started off with some decent field position yet, and they are still scoreless?
Well, and you know, if you look at their team roster, they do have a very young team here. They have like 5 seniors, that's it. They even had to bring up a 9th grader, a freshman who I don't know if they're on the field right now. It would be number 34, Jesus Casares. And I mean, if he's on the varsity team, he has to be pretty good, right?
Sure. Brandt under center. Back, and he hands it off to number 16, the unknown man, number 16. Pounding forward for a decent yard. Kenny Cable, excuse me. The unknown man was Kenny Cable.
So it's a misprint. He's actually, it says on here he's number 13, but it turns out he's number 16.
Brandt underside getting his troops to the line here with 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. Brandt sends 2 receivers out wide. Looking to pass, and the shotgun rolling.
Oh,
he's
no.
Getting pressure, and he's got to run, and he gets basically nothing on the play. That will force a 3rd and 5 here for the Trojans. Make it actually a 3rd and 7 here for the Trojans. Brandt under center again. Sending Allen in motion. And he's going to roll out. Quarterback roll out, and he will go nowhere.
That's a sack.
Great sack as this Onsted team getting pressure in the backfield and a good running game here.
Wow. 4th down and long, and then some.
Looks like Cable will back to punt again, as they have not gone anywhere today.
I don't even think they've gotten onto the second half of the field yet today. They have always been stuck on the side of the field that they've been punted to, and that's not always a good sign. I mean, it's either something's got to change here or...
Cable back to punt, and that will roll out of bounds around the 45-yard line of Madison, so they won't even, they'll have extremely good field position once again.
Yep. It'll be on the Madison's side, which is never good. I mean, it's not even good to have it on the 40-yard line on their side. That's pretty good field position because they got plenty of room behind them to work with. They got plenty of room in front of them to take over. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. And we just passed 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter, and I think the Wildcats are going to looks like they're going to be going for one more score before we can finish out the quarter here, and maybe even one more after that, depending on how well they can use their time. They've gotten 2 in the 9 minutes we've been in this quarter.
Hunt pitching that one back to number 5, Spears.
Oh, breaking through.
Breaks that one free, and it's a foot race. And number 11 with a great open field tackle. Number 11, Michael Coronado, one of the only seniors, making a great tackle.
And it looks like it was tackled around the 4-yard line, so that'll bring up 1st and goal. At least 1st and goal for them. And man, I'm looking forward to a good rest of the game from both sides, but right now it is not looking too great coming out of this first quarter.
Hunt under center now. Sending a man in motion. That one is rolling out for a pass to number 2.
They just keep letting them have it.
Jaron Seal getting it.
Back from
that's another touchdown for the Onsted Wildcats, making that one 20-0 with 2:49 remaining in the first quarter.
Man, they got half the points that they had. If they can make this field goal, they will have half the points that they had in their last game total in the first quarter of this game. And they thought that last game was going to be a blow, or we thought that last game was a blowout, like 43-12. Actually, I have it written down right here.
Snap is good. Kick is up, and it's good.
And that will bring us to a score of 21-0 with the Wildcats in the lead. We are just past 3 minutes left on the clock. We're going to throw it to break here. You are watching high school varsity football only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Madison land, where the score is currently 21-0 with the Wildcats in the lead. Back to kick again is number 8, Travis Hill.
That one's going to roll out of bounds, and that's an automatic flag. So that'll give Madison great field position for the first time today.
I mean, even at that, it's not completely outstanding. Oh, I think they're going to go for a re-kick here. Giving them another chance.
Looks like this will be a re-kick for the Onsted Wildcats, so maybe Madison could get a decent return out this one. That one's kick almost to the exact same spot out to the 30 as number 34 will take this one out. Finding a hole and getting some good field position, getting out to the 44-yard line of their own territory.
And we were just talking about how they haven't really had a chance to get decent field position this entire game.
Jesus Casares with the return out to the 44-yard line. Brandt under center once again. Sending Casares in motion, handoff to Cable, and Cable will barrel forward for a gain of 2 on the play. So that'll get them to the 46-yard line, 2nd and 8 here for the Trojans. Second down here for the Trojans. Brandt in shotgun formation, out the pass, looking, and it's tipped up, and it's caught by Casares after a couple tip drills, but they will get only a couple yards on the play.
Man, loss of one.
One on a pass. That'll make it 3rd and 9. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 9.
Man, we have just passed the 1.5-minute mark here.
Brandt in shotgun formation, and it looks like they call a timeout here by Madison.
We are going to throw it to break here. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
All right, we are back. It is 3rd and 9. It is the Trojans' ball. They are looking for a 3rd down conversion here. Looking for a pass play. Pressure.
That one's
incomplete.
Just out of reach of, intended for Derek Allen. Incomplete pass, so that'll make a 4th down and 9 for the Trojans. And they will punt this ball away. Cable back to punt it.
What is that? Their 4th punt and 4th possession of the day. So they have not gotten a possession today where they have not punted at the end of it.
That's a punt, and he's got some space, and he's cutting outside. Nice stiff arm, but brought down at around the 48-yard line. Brought down by Derek Allen. Both teams having great starting field position except for Madison those first couple drives, but both of them have had decent amount of success. .7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Onsted leading 21-0 over the Madison Trojans. Hunt under center. Sends a man in motion. Back to pass. That one man out there, and that looks like he beat him, but he overthrew him.
Almost caught it. That would have been another breakthrough play.
Pass intended for Brady Metzger. Excuse me. Pass was intended for Bean, not Metzger. Hunt under center once again.
Man, we have still, even in that last run where it looked so promising, they had such great field positioning.
Hand off to Hill, and Hill will barrel forward for a decent amount.
And while we have still not seen the Madison Trojans on the Onsted side of the field, and we have already passed the 1 minute mark left in this quarter, it does not look too bright so far for the Madison Trojans.
They'll make a 3rd and 4 here for the Onsted Wildcats on the Madison 46-yard line. Hunt sends a man in motion, and it looks like Hunt's going to take it himself, and he's going to barrel forward for close to a 1st down. It looks like it'll be just short. That'll make it 4th and 2.
I think at this point what Madison's trying to do is just run the clock out as fast as they can. Get this first quarter out of the way. It might end up in Madison's hands, but that does not matter much because, I mean, as the game has been going so far, it's still hopeful. There's still a way to bring this back. If they can score 21 points in a quarter, then Madison can come back and score 21 as well. And that will end out our first quarter. Score is currently 21-0 with Onsted in the lead. You are watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Huntington. Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
Got your personal references, high school diploma or equivalent?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
It's right there.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter where the Madison Trojans are taking on the Onsted Wildcats at Madison Land. The score is currently 21-0 with Onsted in the lead. We're bringing up 4th down and 1. Looks like the Wildcats are going to go for it here.
Hunt sending a man in motion, and it looks like
it might
Madison will now call a timeout. Onsted calling a timeout here.
All right, we're going to bring it back in just a moment. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
The odds of this boy achieving his dream in fashion? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Welcome back, everyone. Oh, man, already wide on the outside, number 6. Gets the first down, but there's a flag on the play.
That was number 6, Carney with the run. Getting a decent game, but this could force him back. Looks like it will, so that'll force a 4th and long now after that. They'll make it 4th and 10 now, and now it looks like they'll punt the ball away.
Man, and that was looking so promising. It'll be their first punt away of the game, first possession where they have not scored.
Punt is back, and that will go out of bounds right to Coach Terry Perry.
He caught it.
Now put him back on the 41-yard line, 43-yard line, sorry.
I think they were kind of looking for it to fly out of the way, but no, went right into the coach's arms.
30. 33 yard line. I'm a mess right now.
It's all right. It's all right. This is your first game of the season. It is my second. I was actually at the last broadcast where Lenawee Christian took on Britton Deerfield.
Brant under center. Sentiment in motion. Handing it off to Allen. Allen getting a few yards on the play.
Not too many, though. Not too many yards.
Brant under center. Sending Allen in motion. And that's a handoff to Cable up the middle, and Cable will get about 4 yards on the play, and that will make it 3rd and 3 now on the 40-yard line. Brant back under center. Cable behind him. Sending Casares in. And Casares pounding forward, finding some holes. And he's going to get wrapped up for the tackle, but not after some great slicing and dicing through that defense.
And recently we have seen very close games. So what I'm kind of looking for, that will bring up a first down. But what I'm kind of looking for is for Madison to make their comeback here. And I'm looking forward to a lot of scoring from their team in this quarter, just as Onsted did last quarter.
That's a Trojan first down, as you just heard. So Trojans on the march right now. Brant under center. Sending a man in motion. And that's a handoff to, it looks like, Cable up the middle. And he'll get a decent gain.
Cable, the ball carrier, brought down by Reinhardt and Barber. Good for 5.
5-yard gain on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 5 at the Madison 49-yard line. Brant back under center now. Sending Casares in motion, and that's a handoff to Cable, and Cable will gain basically nothing. That'll make it 3rd and 5 now for Madison. Ball on the 49-yard line once again with 8:48 remaining in the second quarter. Onsted leads 21-0. Brant in the shotgun formation. Back to pass. Pressure coming, and he's going to duck and run, and he's taken off. He will get maybe 2 yards on the gain. So that'll make it 4th and 3.
I think they have just broken the 50-yard line for the first time this game. Maybe that's a good sign for them. What do you think?
If it takes them this long to break the 50-yard line, then that's not a good sign.
Well, looking forward to the rest of the game. As I always say, it's better late than never, right?
Sure. Brant back in the shotgun formation, back to pass. Pressure comes quick, and he's going to get smacked out of bounds, and that will not be a first down. So that's turnover on downs, Onsted ball.
Just now passing 8.5 minutes left in the quarter. That will bring up 1st and 10 on the 48 or 49-yard line for the Wildcats.
Hunt under center, sending a man in motion. Pitch back to number 6.
It's like a gain of about a yard.
Number 6, Carney. That's a gain of 1. Second and 9 here for the Onsted Wildcats. Ball on their own 49-yard line. Second in the second quarter, leading 21-0 over the Madison Trojans with 7:45 remaining in the quarter. Hunt under center. Sends a man in motion. And he's gonna roll the pass, and that's short, and he still got it.
Flag on the play.
Still got it, and it looks like there will be a pass interference on Madison. So great play by play by Onsted. Terrible play by Madison.
We keep seeing these huge plays from Madison or from the Wildcats, and it is just goodness. I just keep seeing them do these huge plays over and over and over again, and Madison is just not responding, which is not good at all.
That could spell doom for him. That could be the end.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if they can rack up this score to a certain point.
So that will put them just outside the red zone at the 24-yard line inside Madison territory. Hunt in an I formation now. Something we haven't seen all game, and that's a handoff to number 6, Carney. Carney bowling forward for maybe...
Looks like about a gain of 5.
About 5. So that'll be 2nd and 5 here inside the red zone now, as it's red zone time for the Onsted Wildcats with 6:44 remaining.
Man, this little fence behind us does not feel super stable. I keep like jumping.
As that was Onsted with the carry. Onsted with the carry, and it looks like he got the first down. As that'll be now inside the 10-yard line at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal at the 9. That was Barth with the carry.
First and goal just inside the 10-yard line.
Hunt under center. Sending a man in motion. Pitches it out to number 11.
Oh.
Sailor, and looks like Sailor's close to the end zone, and he won't get it. He's probably down at about the 2-yard line.
Either way, I think that will bring up 2nd down, right?
That'll bring up 2nd and goal here with 5:30 remaining in the second quarter.
Ball's on the 2-yard line. Hunt was the ball carrier.
I formation here for the Wildcats. Hands it off to Sailor, and Sailor will get in, as that's a Wildcat touchdown to make that one 27-0. As now it's a 4-possession lead for the Wildcats.
Man, they just keep running this score up. It is not going to be a pretty end of the game for them. Right now, it's looking pretty hopeful that the Onsted Wildcats will have their first 2-0 since 2015, which That's 2 years. I mean, it's not too long, but it is quite a bit of time.
Hill to kick it. Snap good. Hold good. Kick is up and good.
Hill's kick is good.
Easiest pie as that kick is good. 28-0. As we're going to throw it to break. You're watching LSN. You're home for Lenawee Sports.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing.
I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
May I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Onsted Wildcats versus the Madison Trojans. The score is currently 27-0 with almost 5 minutes left on the clock here in the second quarter. Number 4 on the return, Derek Allen.
Returning that one out to about the 37-yard line.
39-yard line. Need more on the tackle.
Bring up 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
And I believe Matt Willerms was the one that was on the tackle for that play.
Brant sending Allen to motion. Allen around the end, and he will get a decent gain of about 3 yards.
And is caught up by Onsted's number 45, Marcus Reinhardt.
That'll force a second, only gain of 1, so that'll be a 2nd and 9 here on the 37-yard line. Brant giving his men the orders. Casara's out wide along with number 11. Brant back to pass. Pressure coming. He tucks, still looking, and he's going to be stuffed. As that's a loss of about 4. Loss of about
Taken
4.
down by, the overhead speaker just said, taken down by whoever was the tackler and a few of his friends.
Casares checks out of the game.
Something I did hear from the head coach from Onsted is that they are all friends. They're like a big family. After when I was talking to him before we did our interview, is that they're just one big family, and that's something you really got to look for in a team. Is if you guys won't work together and you only go for the big plays.
Hand off to Allen.
Oh, and there's a big play.
Right away. Nothing being let up by these Onsted Wildcats.
He read that play like a book. They kept going for the same thing, giving it to Derek Allen, and it just is not working now.
And that'll force a 4th and long here, 4th and 20 at their own 36-yard line. They'll punt it away. Cable back to punt.
I believe they're going to go back to punt. Nearly blocked. Going right up the middle. And touched by number 11, Michael Coronado.
Now down at the 43-yard line of Onsted territory.
And that will bring up 1st and 10. Hopefully looking for another scoring run.
Good job, more boy.
Just keep racking up this score, get themselves their 2nd win of the season.
Hunt, handoff, up the middle, and he will gain about 5 on the play.
I mean, it's little plays like that that can make the whole game. And we have just passed the 2.5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Sending number 8 in motion. Toss outwards, going for a few yards. And it looks like he will get the first down. Number 8. Again, Travis Hill constantly getting these big plays for him. Got their first touchdown, helped on the second. Got some, he's getting some mileage this game. And that will bring up 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. Going up the middle, but is pushed back. It's going to be number 45, the ball carrier.
Basically no gain on that play.
Marcus Reinhardt.
Maybe 3 yards on the play. They gave him a great spot. Looked like he got nothing. They gave him 3 yards.
I think it's more of as soon as he starts getting pushed back is when they know he's tackled. As soon as it's like for sure that he's not going to break away. Because if it were like that, they'd just have the whole team pick him up and carry him to their end zone. Oh, wow. Catches it. Man, that is number 89.
What a catch by Bean. Bean with the catch.
Tucker Bean, standing at 6 foot, 0 inches.
Oh, okay.
Should have just said 6 feet. And it looks like they're going to be going for one more score in this last 30 seconds. Pass to the outside, number 8, or a pitch. And it looks like he will get another touchdown, number 8, Travis Hill. And that will bring the score racket up to 33-0. And it looks like the Wildcats at this point are just starting to run away with it. It is not looking too pretty for the Trojans. Going to go for another kick. Get themselves one more score before the game ends, or before the half ends. Then we'll get to see a little snippet of the Madison Trojan Band's performance.
Kick is up and good, as that'll make it 34-0 with 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
And I think that the Trojans will have one play. We're going to throw it to break here. Score 34-0. You are watching high school varsity football only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Welcome back to what seems like the final kickoff of the half. Back to punt it out is number 8, Travis Hill, who just scored his second or maybe third touchdown of the night. I'm not sure. Oh, wow, right through his feet. Number 4 trying to get it back for a little bit of points on the board, not able to. Stop at 10 seconds left. Looking for a big play to finish it out here. Try and end the half with some kind of points on the board.
See you, dog.
Great catch, Tucker.
More than likely, looks like they're going to be going for either a big pass or they're just going to knee it out for the half.
This will be the most likely last play of the half. Is back to throw is Brandt, and Brandt will run out of bounds with 4.1 seconds remaining, so it looks like we'll have one more play to go.
Hey, as I always say, there is always hope. My favorite thing, just because I'm a Michigan State fan, is to bring up the Michigan versus Michigan State game, not last year, but the year before. Remember that last play when it seemed like Michigan had it all tied up? They just had to punt it away and it'd be the last play of the game. Sorry, I think I might have hit some hard spots for a lot of Michigan fans out there. Probably shouldn't have brought that up.
That's messed up, man.
All right, but coming into this last play of the game, or the last play of the half. I keep saying last play of the game.
Brandt probably back to throw the last play. That one's deep enough, and he just
misses
overthrew
it.
number 11, Michael Coronado. That will send us to halftime.
All right, and we're going to throw it to break here. You are watching high school varsity football only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Hello, everyone. I'm Caleb Christensen here with a little halftime special. I'm here with Superintendent Mr. Rowe. How are you doing today, Mr. Rowe?
Fantastic, Caleb. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. So I just had a couple questions for you about Madison. Tell us about Madison schools. What makes being a Trojan great?
Well, being at Madison it's a special place because we have about 1,650 students all under one roof. And so it's a big roof, about 7 acres.
Yep.
But students can start at Madison in our 4-year-old program and go all the way through 12th grade and still be in the same building.
Wow. That's pretty great. I mean, at my school, I know we only have a pre-K, which starts at like 5, but you said 4 years old?
Yep, you start at 4 years old. Our 4-year-old programs go all the way through. And I think one of the nice things is we have some great assets on campus, like our Performing Arts Center. Mm-hmm. And without ever having to go outside, our 4-year-olds all the way through our 12th grade students can access that great resource.
And I do see behind us, if you can catch it in the unfocused area, we do have your band performing there, doing like a little classic rock kind of thing, which is pretty cool. They sound really nice.
Thank you. It seems to be their theme this year is the classic rock, which I certainly don't mind.
Yeah, I've always been a classic rock fan. All right, so what new and exciting programs do you have for your students this year at Madison?
Well, we're going to continue with some great programs like our biomedical program. We are going to institute a STEM lab at our elementary school. And so our elementary students are going to be able to tie in all of their subject areas into hands-on, relevant, practical experiences, which we're really excited about. As they come up through the ranks, we've got a computer science class at the middle school with Project Lead the Way, and then our biomedical class at the high school. And then that ultimately leads to the experience that they can take advantage of, which is the Tech Center, which we love.
Hey, and that's a program that we actually are very involved with. A lot of our students that are working with us, including myself, have been or are in Tech Center. A lot of us are in the video and audio production class, which is really fun. I would definitely check that out. So talk to us a little bit about the mass customized learning and what does it mean for the students at Madison?
So our mass customized learning really at the elementary is going to really take part this year, or take shape with our elementary STREAM Lab, science, technology, reading, engineering, arts, and math. And then also we have an opportunity, I think, through this year to use our platform Canvas learning management system, which is an online platform that teachers can use to load information, load videos, load instruction. Students can converse back and forth. They can submit papers electronically, and they can use these resources or access resources any place, anytime. And so I think that's really going to allow a lot of our students to really find their interest, really learn from their class, but then access resources any place, anytime to really explore what they're interested in.
One more question. What are your future educational and improvement goals for the district?
Yeah, I think we're going to continue with our STEM lab and continue with our Canvas learning management system across all grades and departments. And then we'll continue that effort to have students interested in computer science and our healthcare careers through our biomed program that ultimately lead to those opportunities through dual enrollment, the tech center, advanced placement, and all of those are wonderful opportunities to have students kind of access those college or career readiness skills.
All right, that sounds awesome. Madison sounds like an awesome place. I really appreciate you taking your time to talk with me. Awesome. Thank you so
Caleb,
much.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Yep.
What a beautiful night here at Madison.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Did a great job. I'd give him an A for the year.
And we're out. You got plans?
You bet. $50 million Americans struggle with hunger, but we can do something about it.
Excuse me.
What's going on?
Dinner. Please join me in helping put food on their tables. Together, we can feed America.
You guys keep going. I'm going to get the plates.
Plates?
Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/hunger.
This job looks perfect. It says you need a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of the Madison Trojans versus the Onsted Wildcats. The score is currently 35-0. And just so you know, the mercy rule is in play now, so that we will have a running clock until the end of the game or until the gap is closed.
Or until someone gets hurt or a timeout is called.
Yep, and the clock will not stop unless there is an injury or a timeout. And then it will continue to run after the timeout is over. Back to kick it off is
Cable.
Cable. No, that's not Cable. It's number 55. It's a big kick. Oh, running it back, getting some yards. It's number 20.
And he is tackled at about the 39-yard line.
And now you can see the clock continues running. Before we get underway, we're proud to say that the Lenawee Sports Network provides local sports coverage that airs on LISD TV, overseen by our instructors and operated by our students. LSN offers live sports broadcast experience to all high school students within the Lenawee Intermediate School District. If you would like to join the team, please email us at lisdtv@lisd.us. And man, it just seems like Onsted's just running down the clock. They are already a minute in. The 12th of the third quarter is already over.
Under center is Hiram. The new quarterback checks in, and it looks like they got a lot of backups in now because they have such a big lead.
Yeah, they have taken out number 8, Hill. They've taken out number 1, Hunt.
The ball carrier was number 20, Conrad.
I think what they're doing here is smart because in the last game we did see that a senior was actually hurt early into the first quarter, and I don't think they want to have something like this happen only in their second game of the season. It looks like they're just going to keep running this up the field over and over and over again, and Madison is just not responding. Something really needs to change for them if they want to bring this game back.
Hiram sends a man in motion. Handoff to number 45. Reinhardt grinding out some yards and running over some men to get a great gain out to the 37-yard line. 36-yard line, and that'll make a Wildcat first down. Hiram under center once again.
I'm kind of sad. My papers are ripping here, making it hard to read them.
Sending a man in motion. Handoff to Sailor, and Sailor will get a couple yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 8.
Actually, I don't think they gained any yards there.
Excuse me, no gain. As the running clock is in effect, it's 9:15 remaining in the third quarter already.
Man, that's a fourth of the quarter. Already gone. A quarter of a quarter. Madison is running out of time very quickly to get a response in.
Hiram under center. And back to pass, and that is, and it's caught, and now it's
incomplete.
Dropped. It was initially caught, and the hit then knocked it out. Pass was intended for Isaiah Fansickle. So if you were in Madison's position, what would you do?
I think that I would pull the team aside and just give them a talk, tell them what's going on, what they need to stop, what they need to start doing. Well, a lot of what I've seen is they have not been really going for passes. They've been trying to run it up the middle. They've been getting constantly stuffed every time. There's been...
Hiram sent a man in motion. That's the number 42.
Oh, breaking through the line.
Barth just grinding out the yards inside the 10-yard line.
It's almost like he was carrying most of the entire team on his back there for a moment, and it just keeps going. They have some monsters on their team tonight.
Brings that one to the 7-yard line, Madison 7-yard line, and now they're in the red zone.
Oh, looks like it's on the 8-yard line, not the 7.
7. Sorry, I'm really getting messed up with these.
Well, they did have it at 7 for a moment, and then they had to switch to 8 because that's what the referees had ruled it at.
Hiram under center. Sent the man in motion. That's a handoff to Barth, and Barth is going to try bowling forward for...
Looks like he gains about a yard, maybe 2.
A couple yards.
Maybe 2, maybe 3. Who knows? At this point, I think they're happy with any yardage, and it will be a gain of 2 yards, bringing up 2nd and goal
at the 6-yard line. Hiram bringing his troops to the line here. And there's a flag on the play. And it looks like it'll be a delay of game.
Man.
Don't see that too often in high school.
Honestly, and if you saw our last broadcast, which you can find on LISD TV, the YouTube channel, or on Channel 22, I don't know if they do replays, but there were a lot of delay of games, and that's kind of what screwed it up for Britton Deerfield. I think they got 3 delay of games in the first half of the game, and that just threw them off terribly. They had good field position in their first possession, and then it just kind of blew them back. I think it was a 5-yard loss every time. So they had 15 yards subtracted from the amount of yards that they had. But running it out wide
is number 2, Jaron Seal. And it looks like he will not get a lot. And it looks like Jaron Seal a little bit
gains
shook
a
up
yard.
after that.
Yard's better than nothing.
A little shook up of that limping on the sidelines. Hope he's all right.
Yep, as an LISD TV veteran, we do hope for the best for him.
And now there's 3rd down and 10. 3rd and goal basically here, sending a man in motion, and it looks like he's going to go back to pass. That one's in the back of the end zone. Oh, and he caught that.
Good.
Oh, it looked like he almost
no
caught
good.
it.
Almost got a
would have been an amazing catch there for him. One-handed. But it is no good. That'll make it 4th and goal now.
Pulling an Odell Beckham Jr.
And it looks like they might kick a field goal here. Excuse me.
Hey, any points on the board are good points on the board. That's what I always say.
And it's Hill back to attempt the kick. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and that will be good.
Beautiful kick.
As that'll make it 38-0 here with 4:23 remaining in the third quarter.
You are watching LSN. We're going to throw it to break here. You are watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
The odds of this boy achieving his dream in fashion? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Madison Trojans versus the Onsted Wildcats. The score is currently 38-0 with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock. We are back with a kickoff from the Wildcats to the Trojans. Again, still looking for a big response from the Trojans. It could come here. Could be a full 90-something yard touchdown right off the kickoff.
Hill with the kickoff. That one's deep, and it'll be Cable, and looks like he called for a fair catch on the kickoff.
It looks like it will be called on the 25-yard line.
24-yard
24.
line.
Darn, sorry. Sorry, guys. This is why you do play-by-play. I'm telling you.
It's not 25. You got it right.
I did have it right. This is why I do play-by-play. I'm just kidding. I was just making a joke on what I said earlier.
As Madison doesn't look like they've put in their backups like Onsted has, because they need to keep their people in. As it's Brandt, hands it off to
Oh, and he is taken downtown.
Cassara is going absolutely nowhere.
Loss of 2.
Loss of 2.
And the moon is finally starting to come out here in Adrian, Michigan. And it looks like we are soon about to pass the 3-minute mark left in the third quarter. And, man, this running clock is just making it nearly impossible for Adrian Madison to catch up.
Brandt sending a man in motion and hands it off to Hill up the middle, and he will get basically nothing on the play, maybe a loss if that. Sorry, that was not Hill. He's on the other team. Cable was the ball carrier.
Mr. Cable.
No gain, as that'll make it 3rd and 14 on their own 21-yard line with 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. Brandt in shotgun formation might pass. Looks like they might pass, sending number 8 in motion. And the snap is too high, and it looks like Brandt will just jump on that one, as that'll put them even farther back in their own zone. So that'll make it 4th and very long.
4th and almost 40. Wow.
On the 2-yard line. Loss of 21.
Yep, almost 4th and 40. I don't even know if they have a chance to punt it.
Cable will probably
just so far back.
Probably boot this maybe to their own 30-yard line. Cable back to punt. Punt is deep, and that will go back to about the 30-yard line. And he will pick this one up as it's Hill, and he will pound forward for a good gain. That will be out to about the 23-yard line.
Almost bringing it to the line of scrimmage that they were at when they ended that, or when they started that run.
So Onsted, throughout this whole year, has had great field position, or this game, great field position, and that's probably what's worked in their favor and made them such a good lead. Plus, their running game has helped a little bit, too.
And we have now passed the 1-minute mark left in the third quarter. Onsted might be able to put more points on the board by the end of this. 40 seconds left. Again, running clock because of the mercy rule. 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line, and that is the Trojans' 23-yard line.
Hear him. Pitches that one back to Saylor. Saylor cutting, trying to find a hole, and will get a little bit, but not much. That'll put it at the 20-yard line, 2nd and 7, and that'll be the end of the third quarter.
And we are going to throw it to break here with the score being 0-38. You are watching high school varsity football only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
All right, we are back with the fourth quarter of the Adrian Madison Trojans versus the Onsted Wildcats, where the score is not looking too pretty. We are in a running clock for mercy rule. 0-38 is not a score you want to see every day when you're the one losing. Yeah. What was that? Were you cheering for them? Is that what it was? Totally? Yeah. And it looks like, goodness, this is not a very good position you always want to be in.
That'll force a 3rd and 8 here for Onsted on the 21-yard line of Madison's with 11:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Hiram under center.
And again, they can just kick another field goal as long as they are putting points on the board.
Hand off to Saylor. Saylor barrels forward for close to a first down, and it looks like it'll be 4th and about 5 or 4th and 3 here.
Man, they're just they should. I think they're going to go for it here. I mean, they don't have much to lose. They can always go for the free points. Give their kicker a bit of a points on the board. More than the I think 6 points he's put on the board for himself so far.
Here, under center once again.
Looks like they're going for it.
Going for it. And hands it off to number 2.
Ooh, read like a book, and he goes down. That'll be a turnover on downs. Still not very good field positioning, especially with the running clock. They have to be able to get it down this field fast many times. Just over and over, bam, bam, bam. And that's not even to say them running out the clock. That's just...
Game's not too looking good for Madison. is these Trojans have not had too much offensive success today.
I mean, they've had successes, but they haven't had really much of a response. And I think having a response to their offensive victories is much more important than just having an offensive victory.
Brant,
like they've
handing it off to Cable, and Cable barreling forward for a Madison Trojan first down.
Actually, it might be.
What?
Might not. Actually, it is not.
2nd and inches. Sorry, it's not a Madison Trojan first down. It's 2nd and inches.
Very, very close. 2nd and 1, they called it.
Basically inches.
Yeah.
Brant, the backfield. Hands that one off to number 49. No, number 49, he barrels forward for a decent gain, and that's a Madison first down confirmed.
And we have just passed the 9-minute mark left. Again, still not looking too bright, but hopefully they can get some points on the board here. Go out of this game at least without a shutout. That would be their favorite scenario, but at least be able to get out of here with some points on the board.
And Brant handing it off to Allen, and Allen going basically nowhere. Maybe a yard, and then he gets a yard. So that will mean it's 2nd and 9 here on the 34-yard line with 8:15 remaining.
Looks like it'll be 3rd. Nope, it is 2nd. Little guy with the little switchboard up there is.
With 8:05 remaining in the 4th quarter, looks like hope is depleting for the Madison Trojans. Hands that one off. And he is brought down immediately. Cable brought down.
Hey, still a nice gain of about 4 yards, maybe 2 actually. We have a really weird angle on the field here, so if you can understand our confusion, sometimes a yard can even look like 5 yards to us.
Brant back under center here for the Trojans, sending Allen in motion, and he's going to keep it. He's looking for a pass and won't find anybody. Pass intended for Cable, but he won't get anything on that.
I don't think he has been able to connect more than one pass tonight, and I think the one pass he did connect, they had a very nice gain.
And that will force a 4th and 5 here for the Madison Trojans, and I think they have to go for it here.
I don't know. I don't know if they've sent in their second string yet, but it looks quite possible. Even at this much of a difference in points, you can still hear the Trojan fan base over on the other side of the field from us just getting loud and proud and showing their team spirit.
And it looks like Onsted will call a timeout with 6:14 remaining. Onsted leading 38-0. As we're going to cut it to break, you're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun.
Go for cake!
Cake for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes, and it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Madison Trojan versus the Onsted Wildcats game. The score is currently 38-0. Far back getting
It looks
sacked.
like while he was talking, Brandt was sacked on play.
I thought they were gonna
forcing him to go back about 10 yards here.
I thought they were gonna punt it at least. They just gave them beautiful field position, blowing right through that line over and over and over again. Just never giving them a chance. I keep breathing right into my microphone. I don't like it. One bit.
As Onsted resumes their possession, getting the ball back with 5:30 remaining. As Hiram bringing them to the line here.
If they do not score for the rest of the game, this will be a bigger loss than their last game, which was 31 points. And now it's going to be a 38-point loss. That's 7 more, whole touchdown more.
So it looks like that last play was ran by Jaron Seal.
Jaron Seal, one of our own, here on LSN.
Getting a 4-yard gain, and now put him at the Trojans' 21-yard line.
You know, I could tell those 4 yards were for us. That was for our team here. He got those yards because he knows that he needs to give something for us. He just gave me that look of like, no, that's not what it is. It's a football game. He's trying to win.
Hiram hands it off to Saylor, and Saylor's gonna pound forward for a minimal gain.
And I mean, you put me on color play, I'm gonna give you color play, right? Looks like we are about to pass 4 minutes left in the last quarter. And
that'll make it 3rd and 2 for the Onsted Wildcats.
Hung up there for a moment.
Hiram under center. Sending him in motion, and they hand it off to...
Man, short game.
I couldn't see it.
Maybe a yard. Maybe a yard there.
And basically minimal gain.
4th and 1.
4th and 1 here. Do you think they convert it?
They're going to go for it. Either way, they're given excellent field position, or they're going to get more points on the board. So it's a win-win. They could go for just a field goal, but at this point, it's not like it's a close game, so they might as well just go for it.
Hiram under center. We'll hand that one off, and I don't know if he got it.
Does not look like he did.
Reinhardt with the carry. And
it looks like that will bring up a first down for the Onsted Wildcats. I didn't think he made it there. And I told you it's going to be a win-win situation. Either they're going to end up with more points or they're going to end up with excellent field position for defense. And ever so quickly as this clock just constantly ticking down, about to pass the 2-minute mark.
Hiram hands that off to Saylor. Saylor moving the pile forward for about a gain of 3.
Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Carson on the tackle.
So that will make it about 2nd down and 7 for the Onsted Wildcats. 1 wide receiver wide out. Do you think they pass it?
I mean, could always do it.
Defensive man in motion. Hand off to, that's Seal. Seal cutting
Stiff
outside,
arm.
stiff arm. And it looks like he'll get a good gain after it looked like a doomed possession. They got it.
Man, he just, if you saw that, if you could get a close-up of that shot right there, that was a beautiful stiff arm. Just stuck it right out, got right in his face, pushed him out of the way. I think right there is something you don't really see all that often in high school. You more see them trying to use their strength and less of their skill.
So it looks like it'll be a 3rd and short here inside the red zone. And less than a minute remaining now in the game with 55 seconds remaining.
Maybe
you think
going
they put
for
one up?
Yeah, I think they can get one more score in here. Who knows, though?
Hiram hands that one off, and it looks like he'll get in for the touchdown as that's Onsted pounding one more in. That will make it 44-0 as
Hopefully
it's Blowout
45.
City.
Hopefully 45 they can make this last field goal, it seems, of the night, unless, you know, something goes really wrong. And I mean, coming off the last 2 years, this has to be an excellent start. First 2-0 since 2015, and they really haven't seen a playoff appearance, which is what they're really looking for this year.
Hill. Kick is up, and that one's a line drive kick, and it is good, as that'll make it 45-0, with 41 seconds remaining in the game, as it's Blowout City here.
And we are going to throw it to break here for the last kickoff of the night. Hopefully, you're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
Welcome back, everyone. The kickoff is going out. It's a short one. Running up the middle. Trying to get some points back on the board. It'll be 1st and 10. Looking like on the 40-yard line about. 49 on the return. Be number 49 on the return.
It looks like Madison will come back out for probably the last play of the game here.
With 9, 8, 7.
As Brandt back to pass for one more lob at the end zone here. He's getting pressured, and he's going to be sacked.
Taken down.
But there's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play as the clock has hit all zeros, but what is the flag? Look like it's a holding on Madison, but it won't count as Onsted pulls away with the blowout win, 45-0 over Madison.
Man, that is crazy. We will be back with the head coach and winning player of the game very shortly. You are watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome, everyone, to the Postgame show. I'm here with my co-host,
Andrew Richard.
All right, and with him, he has the player of the game. So you go ahead and talk to him real quick.
I got Travis Hill here, player of the game. So how'd you feel when you got that big touchdown in the first half?
Felt great. It was good for us. Got our momentum going. Felt great.
Thank you, and good job out there.
All right, and I am here with head coach, Coach Terryberry. So it's first 2-0 since 2015. How does that bring you guys into this season?
I mean, it's the way you want to start. You know, it's 2-0. You can't ask for anything more. So I'm really proud with how our guys performed, and I've actually prepared well too.
All right, and after looking at your stats, I saw that you guys haven't gone to the playoffs since 2014. Are you guys hopeful for this year?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great to go, but right now we've got to worry about Game 3. We've talked about that since camp, that, we got to worry about today, worry about us and what we do. And if we do the right things, hopefully that will be in the future for us.
For the entire Lenawee Sports crew, I'm Caleb Christensen saying thank you for watching this evening. The Onsted Wildcats win it tonight by a final score of 45-0.
In our next broadcast, Week 3 of football in Michigan brings us to Lenawee's oldest rivalries, Adrian versus Tecumseh. The Lenawee Sports crew will be at Maple Stadium as these two teams fight to see who gets bragging rights for another year. We would like to remind you to get connected to LISD TV on Facebook and Twitter for Lenawee Sports' upcoming broadcast. Also check us out on YouTube and subscribe to LISD TV's channel for this and all of our other full game broadcasts. This has been a presentation of LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
We've got a tie atop the LCAA standings.
Count that baby in a foul.
The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morency is going to the President's Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.